For this exercise, open up the file, Chapter 12, Generating Pipe Layouts. Ensure that you have Level 1 piping plan open and that you zoom into the south side of the building. Let's start the exercise by generating a pipe layout for our domestic hot water. I'm going to select one of the objects and then from the Conceptual tab, click on Generate Layout. I'm going to select Level 1 South Domestic Hot Water and check some of the settings. I've got my domestic hot water. The main is running at 2750. Let's just push that up to 3 meters. And the same with the branch. And check out our solutions. If the solutions don't work, try the next ones. Where you can see an orange line, this means that the layout won't work at all. This is beginning to be a bit more like it, but I still want to make some changes. So let's edit the layout and select one of the lines. We'll drag those into the middle of the riser. This seems to be working for me, so let's click on Finish Layout. At this scale, we can't really see what's going on, so we really need to have a clearer view of this area. From the View tab, click on Callout. I'm not actually going to use the callout for any documentation purposes. I'm going to use it to view the 3D model in more detail. I can double-click on the callout head, and it will take me to the view. What I want to do here, however, is go to my Plumbing Isometric, right-click on the View cube, orient to a view, which is a floor plan, and my callouts of Level 1 piping plan. This has now orientated my 3D view so that I can see how my piping layout looks. And I'll possibly want to make some adjustments from here, as this layout is a little bit impractical. Let's go back to Level 1 piping plan and try the same with the waste. I can select one of the WCs and click on Generate Layout. I'm going to go with Level 1 South Waste and again cycle through the options that I've been given. Just check my settings. Let's change these to see if they make any difference. And try the different solutions. And none of these really seem to be working for me. So I do have another option. I can place a base. This establishes a source point where my drain will fall to. Let's put that at the same level as the other pipes and go back to the solutions and see whether this has helped. And you can see that it hasn't really. Here we've got a layout that may work, but we've got some options with these yellow lines. Let's just modify that base and go back to the solutions. Here we may get something that actually works, except I can see a problem here. If I click on Finish Layout, Revit will give me a layout, or it might not. The problem here is I'm trying to be too complex. I'm in no way trying to bag the software for not being able to generate a layout for me, but there are certain limits. So really the message here is, by all means use the Generate Layout tool, as long as it's not going to take you longer than putting it in by hand. Otherwise you start losing all the efficiencies of the software.